But smart investors see all of this and focus on the how. What's the savviest way to seize this moment? And that's why so many investors I know are working with Bitwise today. They've been all in on crypto since 2017. They're OGs. They've got more than 30 products to help investors like you get access to whatever they need or want. They've got a team of more than 100 across the US and Europe, and they have over 10 billion in client assets. You know, a lot of people know Bitwise for their ETFs, how they manage the world's largest crypto index funds and the wide range of crypto ETFs they have. But not as many people realize, Bitwise manages private alpha strategies too, and has SMAs for large investors, and is one of the largest institutional Ethereum staking providers. They really do everything. These guys are true OGs in the space, and they're good friends of mine too. So please go and check out Bitwise. They're really excellent. Go to bitwiseinvestments.com and see all that they've got to offer. That's bitwiseinvestments.com, or just email them at james@bitwiseinvestments.com and let them know that Raoul sent you. Anyway,
if you give the app to a kid, they beg for it. So I think the original hypothesis is right. With the technologies we have today, it's not that hard to make an app that will stick that's educational, but also glue the kids to the device. So now we just got to scale up more content, and we're always exploring more different ways to speed up the process. So I think right now there's about 60 lessons and about 300 storybooks, and just today we launched 15 languages for the storybooks. So the storybook itself will be read to you in 15 different languages. And now it's with AI so much easier to add more content and more languages too. So it's a very fun project, and we are educating about 20,000 kids already. This is less than 6 months. In the last 6 months, yeah.
I mean, you've scaled businesses at lightning speeds. Now having AI, does it even scale faster for you?
Oh yeah. I think AI should be will help us to scale much faster. So now we create the storybook in one language. AI's new administration is extremely pro crypto. And with Elon Musk wants to use blockchain for government efficiency. We've seen that in many other parts of the world, including UAE, both Abu Dhabi and Dubai. They're exploring how to use blockchain for government projects. That includes decentralized IDs. Once you have an ID, you need a wallet. Once you have a wallet, then you can do anything that you need with an ID. Land title rights, opening bank accounts, e-visas, border crossings, education diplomas, etc. So there's so many things we can do. And this is kind of a passion project for me as well. So because today the blockchain is kind of single dimension on the trading, right, financials, which is great. But with this we can expand blockchain to multiple dimensions. And with the industry getting bigger, there will still be more trades. So we still as a shareholder of a large trading platform, I still benefit. And then also before this, most countries are looking at how to regulate crypto. And there's less business environments in the world. So I took up his advice. I came here for 3 weeks. I booked a 3-week trip. So I came here. Actually, when I landed, I only had one meeting lined up, which is with His Excellency Minister of AI, El Olama. And I landed on a Friday night. And Friday is not a working day. Friday, Saturday is not working days back then. Sunday is a working day. He met with me, and then he introduced everything, and then within about a week or so, I knew this is the place to be. They are extremely pro-business, really pro-crypto. The ministers knows exactly what's going on, very smart, very sophisticated, and the speed is really fast. So we at the time, Vera didn't exist. So we were discussing about how to regulate crypto, etc. And then at the time, we recommended setting up a new separate agency, and they actually took that advice. So a month later, Vera was incorporated, literally just within a month. And then by November, we signed an MOU to advise them on the crypto regulatory framework of this. I'll give you a couple of examples that are typical discussion points. Many regulators still want to regulate everything locally. Yeah. They want a local custody wallet solution. They want a local order book. They want a local everything, local team, etc. But that's usually not the best way to go, because setting up a secure custody solution for billions of dollars requires a lot of money. It requires a lot of funds and requires a lot of expertise, which is very lacking today. just setting up a global one is already difficult enough. If we have to do like 200 times, we just don't have the people, right? Like for each really cold wallet, you need to have like 15 signers. You can't find 15 signers that are not public, that are really extremely trustworthy in different parts of the world, in different geographies, and they're not incentivized by more money. They have a steady job, they're high income, they have a nice family. So you just can't find like 100 times more of those 15 people that up. But Hong Kong still also have to worry about the capital control issue of China. So they cannot blatantly help Chinese mainland users move money out. And the thing is, in crypto, once you buy Bitcoin, which country does that Bitcoin belong to? There's no border, right? So whereas in traditional banks, if you have your money in your Shanghai bank account, that's in Shanghai. When you move it to Hong Kong, that's kind of out in Hong Kong. You kind of know. But if you buy crypto in Shanghai, when you move to the U.S., the crypto is in the U.S. Like it doesn't have that concept of a border, right? So there's some real issues to address there. But in so you mentioned India. I think India I have less interactions with, to be very frank. I think based on my knowledge is pretty much based on public knowledge. I think the tax there is quite high. And to the point where it doesn't make sense to do transactions. Most countries' starting amount are not as big as the US, right? US have like 200,000 Bitcoins or something. For most other countries, when they hold much smaller amount, we actually just recommend them to use a professional custodial solution that's multi-sig, right? So no single person can move the money. When they build up to a certain large amount, then they should move to their own cold storage solution. So there's a lot of discussions along those lines.
Where's Europe in this whole equation?
Nowhere.
It's unbelievable.
So I don't see Europe in this discussion. Yeah.
No, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
And because in the end, this technology enables average people to generate wealth, to be involved in a financial system, and Europe's actively blocking them out.
Yeah, I think so far the only there's an exception. Montenegro is actually quite pro-crypto. Right. We have an active dialogue with the prime minister there. It's related. It's still like sort of tokenizing real-world assets, etc. DeSci or decentralized social media hasn't really taken off yet. There's a number of really interesting attempts that we're looking at, but when I talked about the government solutions, I think that's another area that most likely can take off. And that's not finance related, right? So those are just pure blockchain for efficiency and for transparency. For example, land title rights. In many countries, they don't have very good systems. Even in Japan, they still use a piece of paper with a scratch-off code to verify you own that piece of land. And if you lose that piece of paper, it's actually quite difficult to replace or to get it back. So. And in other parts of in Africa, there's many land you don't know who it belongs to. So, and also even in countries like US, where there is fairly mature record keeping, but the record keeping is done manually, and the local municipal office keeps that record, and it's not digitized. So when you try to buy a piece of land, I actually didn't expect that they will turn to become XAI. So now we're a minority shareholder in a leading AI company. So fantastic.
And talking of AI, how are you thinking about how AI is going to change even this industry?
Oh yeah,
outside of just developers using AI to write faster code, but
yeah. So I think AI has a lot of use cases. Well, number one is AI, I believe, will completely revamp the user experience, how you interact with blockchain.
UX feels like it's all going to
change, right?
Yeah.
So I think AI has so many different applications that. Unfortunately, this industry happened before AI, so we need to change this industry to an AI-enabled industry. Yeah. Both in terms of apps we're building, product tools, customer support, risk management, risk monitoring, and also AI itself can use blockchain, right? So I think, as I said, tweeted before, and I've just seen a demo of an AI literally paying for hotel booking, but today those AI have to go through a website. Hopefully, in the future, that it should be AI talking to AI to book that, right? So, I think in the future we will see a very heavily automated world. I think I was talking to a fund manager yesterday. They say of 8 billion people in the world, of the data that we generate every day, it's about 300 trillion tokens. Like token meaning not the crypto token, meaning the words for AI tokens. Today, AI is generating about 10% of that today.
Wow.
In the future, though, AI will generate 10 times more than we do. So when we have AI will interacting with each other. There'll be so many exchanges in the tokens, in the word tokens, or in the interactions, and then there will be more commerce. The AI will be trading with each other. They will be paying each other. They will be faster than traditional industries. But with blockchain now, we have internet. So we can develop so much faster than internet companies. So I think Binance is probably the first, at the time, the first company to reach $1 billion in profits, from startup to $1 billion in profit. But that's because we had the internet, and then we had the blockchain. And then AI companies are now post a blockchain. So now, if they do it well, they can easily monetize. They can easily use distributed token economics, and they should be able to grow much faster.
Yeah, I think OpenAI got to 100 million users in 3 weeks or something stupid.
Yeah, a few days, yeah.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. So let's go back a little bit. So 2017, I think you started Binance?
Yep.
When you had a vision of the industry going forwards, what you were building for, how different is it today versus then? What did you get right and wrong?
I think we got a lot of things wrong. So we need way more. We need 10x more. So that's where the shortage is. So strong founders with conviction, with the ability to execute, and yeah, if you have all three, like there's so much money to be made. I mean, you don't have to think about making money; the money will just come. Yeah.
And it's not. We probably don't need more infrastructure layer stuff. We need the applications layer. I mean, you guys have got 260 million users and growing stupid fast, but that's still all money. Apart from stablecoins, yes, but it's still the money system. But there's so many things that can scale to 1 billion users.
Yeah, I think, well, again, I think sooner or later there's going to be some app that will scale, right?
Yeah.
So sooner or later there'll be another app that might be like blockchain, AI, some combination of it that would just that would just grow like wildfire. They will get 100 million users in a few days. I think those things will come because now we have the infrastructure to support it, both on the tech side, cloud, AI, everything's scalable. So nobody comes into crypto thinking that the crypto somehow is different. It's not.
It's a bit more volatile.
Yeah, so like you see very often, right? Many people who are not traditional stock traders, they come to crypto, they become active traders. Doesn't work. Crypto is no different from if you do day trading, it's the same everywhere. It's just different asset type. There's some guys who are entrepreneurs in traditional internet, well, not traditional, just internet tech fields. They come into crypto somehow. They want to do it. They want to do something very different. There's nothing different. Crypto does help you raise money more easily. It's a very effective fundraising tool. But still, the fundamentals apply. You got to have product market fit. You got to have a strong product that people use. So all of those things still apply. So there's nothing too magical about this magic internet money kind of industry. There's nothing magical about it. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of basics, a lot of fundamentals.
Do you think capital formation will grow? We saw ICOs back in 2017, right? Now, it was experimentation. It was the Wild West, but
but even as a crypto OGs like myself, I invest in many, many new projects. We have to do that to grow the industry. And there are projects that have outright...
Probably be richer if you hadn't.
Actually, no. I think BNB have outrun Bitcoin so far in its existence.
Yeah.
Ethereum probably has as well.
Yeah.
Even though I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about Ethereum.
Doge has.
Even Doge has, which is crazy, right? So, so there are a few projects that outperform Bitcoin, but those are a small number. But I do think that they all continue to be new projects that will outperform Bitcoin. But they're very small in number, and also they start at a much smaller market cap. Right, so it's easy to, if you look at the multiples, they can go higher. But if they reach to the size of the Bitcoin today, they will slow down too. It's much harder to grow a large market cap than a small one. So it depends on your risk appetite, risk profile, on what you want to invest in. But I do think there are still many good opportunities. But it's true that if you want the least amount of work with very good returns, just buy the top few tokens, you're in good shape.
And you'll be fine. So,
out of 200 countries, even there's 12 countries that are just starting, right? So US is just starting. ETFs is only like the last, a few months, right? So everything's just starting. I think people, when they invest, they're very impatient, right? So of course, when I invest, I want to see my money 10x tomorrow. Why not, right? But the market doesn't work like that. So I think if you're chasing things that are against how this world works, you're going to be always disappointed, right? So basically, you're chasing something that doesn't make sense, and if you chase too hard, then it's gonna backfire. You're gonna lose money. But I think in this world, we got to understand how the world works. Money takes time to build, and what's good for Bitcoin is good for crypto, and you will filter to other things. So and it will take time. As long as we understand the right time horizons, then you can set your expectations correctly.
Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Support the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and enabling post notifications for more content on crypto and digital assets. Check out our other videos and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps with the YouTube algorithm and keeps the content coming. Thanks for your support. Enjoy the video.